Hi folks, just coming on here to show you guys how to import content into your course Canvas page. I use this in conjunction with my textbook publisher's test generator software, and so I can pull questions directly into Canvas from that software with the answer key and everything, and I don't have to recreate the wheel. So to start, I'm going to go to my test generating software, whether it be a CD you downloaded or through a website or whatever, and create your assessment or homework assignment or whatever questions you want. I use multiple choice questions because I wanted to show you guys how it will pull in all the multiple choice answers and the correct answer chosen for you, that answer key, when you export it. So once you've created your assessment the way that you want it to be, go ahead and find where you can export. So under my software, it's File Export, and it gives you options for different formats that you want to use to export into Canvas. You might need to play around and try a couple different ones to find the one that's going to work best for your content. For my content, using either a QTI file or the Blackboard file works really well because there's often a lot of pictures and symbols with the mathematics, and so the Blackboard especially imports really well with the different pictures. They come in a little better. So whichever file you want to use to export, I have had success with the Blackboard and the QTI, both the 1.2 and the 2.1 listed there. So just choose one and give it a shot, and if it doesn't look the way you want it to, you can try another file to see if you get better results. So once you choose to export, mine automatically downloads it for me. So if you see that popped up down here on my download bar. So once you've saved that file somewhere on your computer, you are ready to go back into Canvas and import that content. So once you're in Canvas, go ahead and come to the course settings for your class. That's the bottom of the left-hand menu. And then once you're in settings, over on the right-hand menu, there is an import course content. And if you click there, you can see that you can import different kinds of files. Choose the kind of content you want. So this is where you want to select the kind of export you did. So you can see the Angel export was an option on my software, as was the Blackboard and the QTI. Those were all options I could have chosen. So I'm going to match up. I chose a Blackboard document, so I'm going to go ahead and do Blackboard. And then go ahead and choose the file from wherever you saved it on your hard drive. And click Open. And then you can select a question bank. You can create a new question bank, which is usually what I do. Or you can override a previous question bank. Doesn't matter. So 7-1. And then go ahead and click import. All content. And then it'll queue it for a second. Might take a couple. Mine usually takes 30 seconds to complete. And it'll say running when it's going. Do, 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 do. So once your content is imported, if you go into quizzes, depending on the kind of import that you did, you will see two different options. One, you might see that it has already created a quiz for you. So that's the second option here. Because I imported a Blackboard file, it actually already created the quiz for me out of that Blackboard file. So I could go in and look at the different things. I could edit it. Like, I don't like the way that the title imported, so I can change the title, get rid of the weird symbols, etc. Okay, I can add directions, for my students. But the fun part is over here at the questions. So because I imported as a Blackboard file, not only did it pull in the questions, but if you look at the details of the question, it pulled it in as a multiple choice. And as you scroll down, you can see that it pulled in all the possible answers that were listed on my software, plus it pulled in the correct answer. And sometimes, depending on, again, the type of file you import, if the textbook publisher has like a rationale or a reasoning or like feedback for different possible answers, it'll pull that in as well. And so that's kind of neat feature that your kids are getting feedback and you didn't have to type in every little part. So that's all that's imported for you. Again, and it depends on what kind of import you did. So once you make your edits and you're happy with it, you can click save and then go ahead and publish it when you're ready for your students to see. Now, on the other hand, sometimes it doesn't automatically generate a quiz for you if you export it as a different kind of file. So you can go in and actually create a new quiz. Give it a name. And then when you go in to add questions, if you click Find Questions, you will then be able to see any imported files that you have here. So this was my Blackboard file that I imported. I also imported, as a practice run, a QTI file. And so then you can choose which questions you would want from that question bank that you had it create when you imported the content. So I want all of those. So I can click Select All. And then I can add those questions to my quiz. And again, I can go in and edit the details. With my QTI file, I don't get all the rationale pulled in as I did with my Blackboard file, but it still pulled in the correct answer for me. So it still created the answer key for you as well. And then you make any edits to any questions that you have, and you save and assign it to your students when you're ready. So again, as you are working with your specific content, you might have to try a couple different file exports to see what's going to do best. The Blackboard works better for my content with the pictures that I need, but it might not be the content that you want to use or the export that you want to use. So just kind of try a couple different exports and see how it works for you. But yeah, that's how you import your course content into a quiz into Canvas. All right. Hope you guys have fun with it.